And good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. It's Monday. Yes, hope you all had a great weekend, and thanks for tuning us in. We are KCNI, KBBN Radio, ready to go for another week. And thanks for tuning in. Brent here with you in the studios. We get things started on this Monday. I don't know about you folks. I know many of you out there are sports fans like me. You're a football fan. For Brent, it was football heaven this weekend. Began Friday night with Broken Bow winning over Holdridge. Got to call that with Kirk Crawley. Great game. Way to go, guys. Congratulations. A lot of great area games on Friday night. Saturday, the Huskers won. Sunday, the Bears won. And Brent won his fantasy football matchup. Oh, man, it was a great weekend. Yes. Hope you folks had a good weekend, too. And thanks for tuning in as we get started on another week. Wow, the weather forecast looks the same as it's been, right? Wow, sunny skies, I think highs in the 70s today, and then warming into the 80s again as we go through the latter part of the week and even the middle of the week. So, all right, let's get things started by checking out your school lunch menus. We'll start there. Before we get to the schools, we'll tell you what they're serving today at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow. And today, it's sausage gravy over biscuits, mixed vegetables, and fruit. That'll be your lunch today at the Prairie Pioneer Center. If you want to join them, they do ask that you call by 9 a.m. this morning to let them know that you plan on attending so that they can make the correct preparations. Give them a call at 872-6121. Let's see here. Gothenburg today showing chicken pot pie, spicy quesadilla burger, made fresh sausage pizza, fresh baked combo sub, and nacho snackable. That's on the menu today at Gothenburg. Other school lunch menus: and Smyrna today, chicken pot pie, spicy quesadilla burger, and a fresh baked combo sub at Smyrna. At Arcadia today, it's showing walking tacos at Arcadia. Cozad today, barbecue bacon chicken sandwich, 3-cheese grilled cheese sandwich, and the Sub Hub today at Cozad. At Broken Bow Middle and High School today, chicken pot pie, spicy quesadilla burger, fresh baked combo sub, uncrustable cheese and cracker platter, and the grill station combo at Broken Bow today is a grilled chicken sandwich basket. That's your school lunch menu at Broken Bow. Loop City today, rib ready sandwich or a Crispito. Your choices today at Loop City. Sargent Schools today showing tacos with lettuce, cheese, and salsa, corn, fruit cup, and milk. That's the lunch menu today at Sargent. At Thetford today, it shows a cheese quesadilla on the menu at Thetford Schools. At Ansley today, popcorn, chicken, mashed potatoes, and corn at Ansley. Callaway Schools today, chicken strips on the lunch menu today at Callaway. At Arnold today, it's chicken patty on a bun at Arnold Public School. SEM today, looks like pulled pork sandwich today at SEM. And as we go to Sandhills in Dunning today, tater tot casserole, rolls, and carrots on the menu today at Sandhills Public School in Dunning. And those are today's school lunch menus. Well, let's see. Today is the anniversary of the launch of Spotify. Yes, Spotify turned 16 today, and like most teens old enough to drive, it keeps asking for more and more money. It was launched in Sweden in 2008. The company's founders were brainstorming on a name when one of them misheard Spotify and liked it. After a quick Google search to see if anyone owned it, they registered the domain, and the rest is music history. So there you go. Happy anniversary to Spotify. We use it a lot here, I've got to admit. It is National Frappe Day. Are you a frappe person? I like my coffee hot, and that's like it. But, that coffee and whipped cream drink that costs $8 and makes you gain 2 pounds, it is National Frappe Day. Did you know Starbucks did not invent it? Frappes have been around since the 1890s, according to this story. The chilled version was created by accident in Greece when a coffee executive could not find hot water for his instant coffee, so he made it in a shaker with cold water instead, and it's now the national coffee drink of Greece. There you go. National LED Light Day, celebrating light-emitting diodes and all the cool things we can do with them, like that handy flashlight on your phone or your super-thin TV. LEDs have actually been around since the 50s, but back then they only emitted a dim red light. Today they're helping save the environment, and since they use up so little electricity. So there you go, some of the special days we're celebrating today. As we look at celebrity birthdays, the singer Toni Braxton is 57 today. TV personality and music person, and a guy who really gained fame by being a judge on the American Idol competition, Simon Cowell, is 65 today. The cellist Yo-Yo Ma is 69 today. Former child prodigy and renowned cellist who has recorded over 90 albums and won 18 Grammy Awards. Also today, we celebrate the birthday of John Mellencamp. He is 73. and Go Breakfast Show. It is 33 degrees currently at our KCNI and KBBN studios. Good to have you along. And, you get a nice shot of Jeremy Shipe there, minus his head as he sets down here for the Facebook live feed. How are you, Jeremy? Jeremy's adjusting the camera here. We'll try to see if we get a better... There he is. All right. How are you, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. How was your weekend?
Good. Really good.
I've got to ask you. I'll just get this out of the way right now. We talked about this, I think, on Friday. You had the opportunity to go to the Husker game on Saturday, but you got set up with the big boys there in the press box. Watching it on TV, for me, a roller coaster of emotions watching that thing. How in the world did you handle that game, not being able to stand up, yell, scream, and cheer, and maybe even get mad a couple of times?
It's weird in the press box. You have a hard time getting emotionally connected to the game because it's like
kind of quiet up there, really.
Yeah, it's quiet. It's weird. You get into it, but not as much as you would if you were able to voice your opinions and cheer and stuff like that. So,
and that's not always a bad thing.
No, exactly. And it was comfortable up there. It was hot down in the stadium. And when we were going inside, I think they said field temperature right before kickoff was over 100 degrees.
Crazy. In October.
At the start of the month. So, yeah, it was great. I got to talk to a few people up in the press box, just kind of chumming around there in between the parts of the game. And Johnny Rogers was sitting down a row and about 5 seats over.
Yeah.
And Johnny was getting into the game. And there wasn't anybody in that media box that was going to tell him, hey, this is a working media area. So that was kind of entertaining for me because he was kind of commenting on the different plays and stuff as they happened, which was kind of interesting to see his perspective throughout the game. So
yeah, that is neat. You mentioned it years ago when they kind of first started this. I attended a game, and this was years ago, but I had the opportunity to kind of sit. I was actually sitting in front of former Husker coaches, Milt Tenniper, John Melton, and I think it was Dan Young. They were sitting behind me. Oh, my goodness. Listening to those guys watch the game and comment on the game, that is an experience I'll never forget. I just soaked it in. It was really neat.
Very cool.
Yeah, glad you had a good time, and go Big Red. Hey.
5-1.
At the end of the day, they got the W, man.
5-1.
Yeah. Man, Brian Buschini. Who knew that a punter could be such a star? Now, granted, the punt game wasn't always good during the game.
Brian Buschini, and I know a lot of people would agree with me on this, he is he's one of the only, if the only, bright spots on special teams. The team's got some places they've got to work on going into this bye week when it comes to special teams. Blocking, snapping.
Yeah, protecting the punter.
Protecting the punter, covering the punt, about everything. So I hope it feels good. I said this off the air last week. It always feels good to go into the bye week getting a win.
Yeah.
Because it calms Husker fans down. It lets the team focus up a little bit more. They don't have that monkey on their back about having a loss and feeling more pressure. So it'd be good.
Yeah. So, yeah, great win for the Huskers on Saturday. The volleyball team kind of rolled past Iowa Sunday, which I think was expected. So, Lady Huskers keep rolling. And we're going to keep rolling with sports as we go into this week. A big shout-out to all of our area girls golfers today who will be competing in district competition as they try to qualify for the state tournament next week around the state. Broken Bow will be competing in the C4 district today, which is in Cambridge. I think Burwell and Arcadia Loop City are in that same district. So best of luck to all of them. I think Mullen is in the C5 and I believe both of those are today. So best of luck, girls, as you go out and try to qualify for the state tournament. We're cheering for you, and hope you have a great day today. As we think about our sports coverage on the radio for later in the week, on KBBN 95.3 FM, KBBN.com, we'll have high school volleyball for you later in the week. On Thursday, we're going to stay here in Broken Bow. It's homecoming week for the Indians, so we're going to stay in Broken Bow on Thursday night, and great triangular, Minden, Ogallala, Broken Bow. Going to be some good volleyball that night.
Yes.
That's going to be Thursday night, and we'll have the Broken Bow matches of that triangular for you on Thursday. I think opening match will be at 5 o'clock. So those will be on the radio, KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then on Friday, 2 great football games. Our area game of the week is actually going to be in the afternoon, and it's going to feature Anselmo Myrna and Twin Loop. That should be a good one. And it's going to be in the afternoon, a 3 o'clock kickoff, and we'll broadcast that on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. With it being an afternoon game, we'll run our pregame show at 2 o'clock, and then the kickoff for the game is scheduled for around 3. And then Friday night, it's homecoming for Broken Bow. Broken Bow coming off a big win against Holdridge last Friday, and they will take on Minden Friday night for homecoming, and we'll have that for you on KCNI 96.3 FM and KCNI1280.com. Kickoff at 7, pregame at 6. Huskers are off this weekend, so that's kind of what our sports coverage on the radio looks like.
Yeah, and Huskers being off this weekend, I would venture to guess a lot of you are attending Saturday weddings.
Oh.
I bet there's a lot of weddings happening on Saturday.
There might be, yes.
100%, yeah.
Speaking of that, that's interesting you bring that up, because there's a story today that says in some places it's cheaper to buy a home than to put on a wedding.
I believe that.
While home prices seem high after the Federal Reserve cut interest rates a few weeks ago, owning a home is becoming more affordable in some cities. And according to Zoocasa, it's weddings that are skyrocketing. In fact, there are cities where a down payment on a new house for the happy couple is cheaper than the nuptials themselves. Places like New York City, weddings are averaging. In New York City, you want to take a guess?
Well, 6 figures.
I had...
right?
Not quite 6.
That high? Okay.
I had twins, of course, get married this past summer. I'm glad I didn't do it in New York City. Weddings average $63,000.
Wow.
In New York City. But putting an 8% down payment on a home is around $55,000. Rounding out the top 5 cities where a wedding is pricier than a condo is Chicago, Philadelphia, Dallas-Fort Worth, and Atlanta.
Wow. I remember when this was back in 2015, 2016, when we were looking for a wedding reception venue. Nicole had some friends that had gotten married before, and they had a nice handy-dandy little spreadsheet that they gave her. And it had tons of wedding reception venues throughout the Omaha area listed on it. So kind of had the research done already. And it had like all the amenities, number of rooms, and if you could use your own caterers or whatever. But really the main one that you start looking at is, because if you can't afford it, there's
why look any further?
Yeah, why look any further, right? So some of those, in Omaha, just for the wedding reception area, rented for like $35,000 just for a night. We crossed those off the list. Those were off the list.
I was so thankful for the Arnold Community Center.
Yeah.
I was really thankful for that when we had one of our weddings this past summer.
There you go.
All right, let's play the game here quick. This is our final question about squirrels. October is Squirrel Awareness and Appreciation Month.
Here, you want to do... Sorry.
Go ahead.
Do you want to add one of these into the prize?
Yeah,
to,
what do you got there?
We've got a Miracle Treat Day Blizzard Treat coupon. It's a coupon good for a small Blizzard treat. I'll as my gift on this Monday morning, I'll add this to whatever prize you got over there.
Okay.
Just to sweeten the pot a little bit.
That's a great idea. So, yeah, here's a chance to win that and then a free personal pan pizza, one topping from Pizza Hut. If you can answer this question correctly, I am Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel, and I worked with Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Christine Taylor on which 2004 film? Here are your choices. Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. The Breakup, Blades of Glory, or Dodgeball, A True Underdog Story. I am Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel, and I worked with Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Christine Taylor on which 2004 film? Anchorman, The Breakup, Blades of Glory, or Dodgeball? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It takes hard work and determination to build a winning team. It also takes hard work to finish the laundry list of projects around your home. Refresh your space by completing that list with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home or your dream home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get you started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
Are you sidelined with an injury? Team Physical Therapy can help at 872-5111. With fall sports and activities getting underway, let the Movement Rehabilitation Specialist get you back into shape. 872-5111. Don't let that back, neck, knee, or shoulder injury prevent you from doing what you love best. With locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, Team Physical Therapy will get you back in the game. 872-5111, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
All right, we're back on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. We have our contestant on the line. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
Good morning. This is Vicki, but since my dog Gus can't call or talk, I'm calling for him. He loves to chase squirrels.
Oh, that's wonderful. Okay. Well, okay, Vicki, so here's your question. I am Twiggy, the water skiing squirrel, and I worked with Vince Vaughn, Ben Stiller, and Christine Taylor on which 2004 film? Was it Anchorman, The Breakup, Blades of Glory, or Dodgeball?
Well, Gus thinks it was Dodgeball.
Does
Gus was wrong.
Does Gus want to take a different guess? It was
the other two?
It was not Dodgeball, but it was another movie that included Vince Vaughn and Ben Stiller. That's probably what got him confused. Is two of the main actors were in the same movie. So, but it kind of goes along with the media, kind of goes along with television reporting, that type of movie.
Okay, tell me the other two movies.
Okay, so it's Anchorman. Anchorman is one of your choices. The Breakup.
Anchorman.
Yeah, there you go. Way to go. Where's the bell? I could not let Gus not be a winner. I'm sorry. I just couldn't do it.
Well, and Gus won't quit until he's a winner.
There you go. I tell you what, we got a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza from Pizza Hut. Got a Blizzard treat coupon for you as well. So just come on out and see us when you can.
Okay, thanks, Brent. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right, there you go.
About to see is a Channel 4 News exclusive. His name is Nutty the Squirrel, and he's 3 years old. How about that? That squirrel can water ski. Oh. Yeah, that's hilarious.
They say Nutty, but I think his real name is Twiggy.
Yeah.
In real life, but they call him Nutty in the movie. Anchorman. Top 20 movies for me, maybe even top 10.
The original.
The
yes.
original.
The sequel didn't quite live up to the original for me anyway.
Exactly. Like many other sequels, should have just probably been left alone.
Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy. We could probably pull out a whole bunch of clips from that movie and play them for you this morning, but we won't. Instead, we're going to talk about where to go to stock up the fridge for a new week. The new ad specials are out for the grocery cart, and here's Jeremy to tell you about some of them.
All right. Lots of different directions we can go here, so I'm going to pick and choose some really great prices to pass along to you. Again, remember the grocery cart is open 7 a.m. until 10 p.m. every day, and you can go to gkbrokenbow.com to take a look at some of these specials I'm reading for you. Senior Day is each Thursday, free home deliveries, so always keep that in mind. Fresh 85% lean ground round, $4.98 a pound right now. If you're looking for some Hormel lean and tender pork cutlets, those are $3.28 a pound at the moment. And GK's premium Age Choice certified Angus beef chuck roast is $6.98 a pound. Little Smokies, got to have those during the football season. You always got to have a pack ready to go in your fridge. Put some barbecue sauce on them, you're good to go. Wimmer's Little Smokies packages 2 for $8. And if you want to make a charcuterie board, big and meaty summer sausage, $6.98 to slice up and put on it. Dean's Dips. You like French onion dip, or you go for the ranch dip, Brent?
I like both, but if I usually grab the ranch first. Yeah.
Those are 2 for $4. Bag of chips in one of those. That's a good snack. Also a healthy snack, 5 for $5. Chobani Greek yogurts. Frozen foods. Red Baron pizzas, $3.98. Totino's pizza rolls, 2 for $8. Those packages. In those Innovation entrees, just cook them up, put the sauce on them, and eat them. Put them over rice, $6.78. Pillsbury Grand's biscuits, 2 for $3. If you're looking to restock on Bluebonnet spreads, those are $2.38. In grocery savings, Frito-Lay Fritos or Cheetos, $3.98. And Best Choice Round Top White Bread loaves are just $1.88. Pepsi products, 2 for $14. Now you can get a 12-pack of cans or an 8-pack of bottles at that 2 for $14 price. And Best Choice Easy Squeeze ketchup, if you need to restock on ketchup, $1.48. Head on over to produce. Red or green seedless grapes, $2.28 a pound. Large cucumbers, 98 cents each. And some Michigan Jonagold apples, 2 for $6. They've always got that new apple at grocery cart. Love their apple selection. Store-wide savings, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauces, $2.98. Best Choice flours, self-rising, unbleached, or all-purpose, $2.48 for a 5-pound bag. In the deli, don't forget they're open 8 to 6 every day, closed Saturday and Sunday. Kretschmar Black Forest ham is $6.98 a pound. Deviled egg potato salad, $3.98 a pound. And they've got some great specials throughout the week as well. And reward bonus items going on right now. Right now is a good time to stock up on soup as it gets chillier. Campbell's tomato or chicken noodle soups are 4 for $5, and you earn 150 rewards points. Mrs. Jerry's mashed potatoes in a 5-pound bag, $11.98 each, and you earn 1,200 points. And General Mills cereals, 2 for $6. When's the last time you got a box of cereal for $3? Plus, you get 300 points. So that's just a few of the rewards bonus items going on right now. Again, gkbrokenbow.com, great place to keep up with the grocery cart, or just swing in there, look for the tags on the shelves, and get yourself some savings. And if you've not signed up for rewards yet, make sure that you do that. Right now, you get some really good rewards at any point, and you put those in your pocket. When you go to check out, they say, hey, want to use your rewards points and get X amount of groceries for free? I always say, yeah.
I've always said yes.
They discount that off, and you're good to go. So go to the grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy. It's 8 o'clock.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Warning to people along Florida's Gulf Coast.
When you went to bed, this storm was just a Category 1. It is explosively intensifying.
CBS meteorologist David Parkinson with Hurricane Milton, now a powerful Category 3 hurricane with winds of up to 125 miles an hour as it sets sights on areas slammed by Hurricane Helene a week and a half ago. Mandatory evacuations have been ordered up and down the coast. Today marks 1 year since the Hamas attack on Israel. CBS's Haley Ott is in Tel Aviv.
People that I spoke to said that they were feeling shock and that they were feeling sadness. Shock at the fact that this conflict has gone on for now a whole year.
The announcement from Stockholm this morning, 2 Americans have won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for discovering microRNA.
A tiny molecule that has opened a new field in gene regulation.
CBS News Brief, Deborah Rodriguez.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out heart-stopping letters, aggressively garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it seem impossible to ever get out of debt. Don't let the tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, the #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in the Fresh Start Initiative, one of the biggest breaks that the IRS has ever offered. If you qualify, you could save thousands. Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, they'll fight to get you the best deal possible. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-783-8055. That's 800-783-8055. 800-783-8055.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
In Nebraska news, in a story released by KSMB, Hastings Fire and Rescue spent Saturday afternoon battling a fire in a detached garage near the Hastings College campus. Firefighters were dispatched to 1203 East 9th Street around 12:45 p.m. and had the fire under control around 20 minutes after arriving. The owner of the home helped control the fire with a garden hose until firefighters arrived. Crews struggled to get to the fire as it was so far back from the residence. It has been determined to be a total loss. The fire was reported by multiple people due to the distance to the Hastings College football game that began shortly after the fire was reported. The garage sits close to the Hastings College Bronco Village apartments, and firefighters on scene said there was concern about controlling the blaze and keeping it away from the apartments. Hastings Utilities also responded to the incident and shut off power to the residence and a detached structure. No injuries were reported and there was no damage to any other structures. The fire has been determined to be accidental in nature, but the cause still remains under investigation. This has been a Nebraska News Update. I'm Jack Simpson reporting for Central Nebraska's news source.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Checking games and note from Sunday's action from Week 5 in the NFL. The Ravens beat the Bengals 41-38 in overtime. Baltimore gets the road win thanks to quarterback Lamar Jackson's 4 touchdown passes. Cincinnati quarterback Joe Burrow in the loss had 5 touchdown passes. The Sunday night game ended up finishing Monday morning because of a weather delay in Pittsburgh, but in the end, the Cowboys pull out a 20-17 win over Pittsburgh on a last-second touchdown on a 4th and goal. In London, the Vikings beat the Jets 23-17. Minnesota's 5-0. Commanders are 4-1 after a 34-13 win over the Browns. Texans are 4-1. They beat the Bills 23-20 on a 59-yard field goal in the final play of the game. Cardinals surprised the 49ers with a 24-23 road win. Postseason baseball, a pair of NLDS games. Phillies walk off with a 7-6 win over the Mets on a Nick Castellanos RBI single. That series tied at 1. Padres hit 6 home runs and a 10-2 win over the Dodgers. That series tied at 1.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs around 76 today under mainly clear skies. Winds out of the south 8 to 15 miles per hour. Lows around 44. Tonight, clear skies. Sunshine expected tomorrow. Highs around 81. Clear skies and dry Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the mid-80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Currently at our studios, 32 degrees, clear skies, winds fairly calm to get the day started, barometer 30.22, and the humidity is 84%. No measurable precipitation recorded yet for the month of October here at our studios. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 72, with the low dropping to 32. Our sunset for this evening is scheduled for 7:11. Good to have you with us. We are back here in the studio. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Mr. Staub is here to put the focus in on Broken Bow Area Rotary. How are you?
Doing well, sir. Yourself?
Yeah, doing great.
Excellent.
You are the current president?
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay,
yes,
that's
sir.
what I thought. Well, it's good to have you in this morning. How was your weekend?
Absolutely amazing. My wife and I decided to go to our very first, and I'm a little ashamed to admit, very first Huskers game. So we went and got to see. We went to see the Huskers beat Rutgers, and it was a fantastic game.
Yeah. Now, man, talk a little bit about just the weather conditions. October, and it was hot.
Yeah. So. Little shout out to Pinnacle Bank real quick. They actually had a raffle and we won some tickets. Funny story. We have never been to a Huskers game before. I've never bought tickets in my life. The one time I bought tickets is when my wife enters a raffle and we win some tickets. But we didn't actually use the tickets I bought, and thank goodness, because that side of the stadium was full sun the entire game.
Oh, man.
Because, it was a 3 o'clock game.
Yes.
And so it would have been absolutely miserable. So I cannot thank them enough for the tickets that we got, because we were able to sit in the shade the whole time right off 40-yard line, and it was fantastic.
That's great. Well, it was, we were talking about the game earlier this morning. It was a roller coaster of emotions.
Oh, wow.
Up and down. So that's great. Glad you guys got to go, and glad you had a good time.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I have never seen a game where we were able to hold them right at first and goal, second and goal, third and goal. I mean, it was fantastic.
I bet it was getting loud when they were making that goal line stand.
Yeah, there were kids down in front of us who were wearing some earmuffs, and I remember very specifically with this little girl turning around and looking at her mom. She had these pink earmuffs on, and she looked at her mom like, I don't know that they're working because it's so loud.
That's great. Well, hey, let's put the focus on Rotary here. You guys got some things coming up. Let's start. I'm going to start with Pints for Polio, because I know that is coming up later in the month. And we've talked about this several times when the Rotary has come in to visit. Polio is still something we're fighting from a worldwide perspective. And Rotary has always been at the forefront, I think, of this fight. And you guys are going to do something special coming up later in the month.
Yeah, so we've got Pints for Polio coming up, and that's actually going to be on Tuesday, October 22nd from 4 to 8. So, like you talked about, Rotary's been at the forefront of fighting polio. I got a few facts for you. Actually have them written down this time, so that way I can get them 100% correct. But 35 years ago, the campaign began in Rotary to eradicate polio, and they started by immunizing children of the Philippines in 1979. Over the years, the efforts have been reduced. Over the years, numbers have been reduced through the efforts of polio, through the efforts of Rotary.
Sure.
I can talk today, I promise. By 99.9%. We almost had it completely eradicated. It made a bit of a resurgence, but Rotary has continued to be engaged and continued to work towards eradicating polio worldwide once and for all. It remains endemic only in Afghanistan and Pakistan, and because of the war in Gaza, there's been an outbreak of polio over there. So that's kind of where we've seen numbers come back a little bit. But like I said, continue to push. It only costs $3 to protect a child from polio. So the immunization is very, very cheap, by our economic standards. But the cost of monitoring polio around the world is $100 million. So, I mean, it does not cost much to help push towards the cure, but it's definitely costing quite a bit to keep an eye on it and see kind of where we're at. So it's across all fronts. It's something that Rotary has been pushing very hard to do. So, like I said, I'd come back to Tuesday, October 22nd, from 4 to 8 o'clock. We will have Pints for Polio out of Kincaid's. We'll be selling Rotary Pints for Polio glasses that come with a token that you can get a free beer, and that will be $15.
Okay.
Or root beer.
All right.
If you're not into the beer thing, root beer's always good out there too. So, and you can feel free to come out there, hang out, have a conversation with the Rotarians. We love talking to you, and find out more about this cause that we have been pushing for so long.
Not only a good opportunity to find out more about this, the fight against polio, but just find out more about the Rotary itself. If someone is interested in joining the organization, I know that you always enjoy having those conversations with people.
Absolutely. I love it when people come up and, ask the question, what is Rotary and why should I, devote time? Why should I be a part of it? And it's the community. It's the family of Rotary. It's the push towards making the world a better place that, honestly, how could anybody say, that's something I just don't want to be a part of?
Yeah. Well, the Rotary is part of a lot of things around the area, around the community. You look at different things that have been done, and lots of times you can say, hey, you know what, the Rotary kind of had a hand in this and raising funds, getting it all together. And one of the things that I know the Rotary has been involved in is happening at the Wellness Center here in Broken Bow. Pickleball is arriving, and I think the Rotary has kind of worked together with the Melham Medical Center and with the Wellness Center to make that happen.
Yes, I got to tell you, I had no idea the craze behind pickleball until the McCaslins came up to me and said, hey, we really love this thing. And I started looking a little bit more into it, and I went, wow, everybody really loves this thing. I got to be honest with you, I've never played, so I'm kind of thinking that tomorrow night...
I haven't either, so...
I'm kind of thinking tomorrow night might be my introduction into pickleball. So, invite to everybody out there tomorrow night at the Wellness Center from 6:30 to 8. We're also going to have finger food. We're going to be breaking in the grand opening of the new pickleball court that we have been working with the Wellness Center on getting put in there. So it's going to be a really, really good time. And actually, the Wellness Center has said that not only is tomorrow night going to be the grand opening, but the second Tuesday of every month, they're going to have that court open to the public. So if anybody wants to come down and play pickleball second Tuesday of every month, if you don't have to have a membership or anything, you get to go down there and use the facility and kind of see what pickleball is all about. So
there you go. Sounds good. I haven't played pickleball either, but like you say, it's become a national craze. I know they have, it's nationally competitive.
Oh, yeah.
So I've watched it on television, and so, it really has become quite the sport.
I've seen these professional, where was I? I think I was in Shields. They had pickleball equipment. They had the paddles and the balls and everything like that. Hundreds of dollars. So, there's professional grade equipment out there now. Pickleball is 100% a serious sport, and it kind of came up off of my radar. So this is going to be a really cool thing that we were able to bring to Broken Bow for folks to come down and see what it's about. And you know what? Maybe pick up a new hobby. Maybe pick up a new, career. Are there career pickleball players?
I'm going to guess. Yeah, probably.
I imagine.
Yeah.
So come on down tomorrow night, 6:30 to 8 at the Wellness Center. We'll have some finger foods for y'all, and we'll play some pickleball.
All right. And you said the second Tuesday of every month moving forward.
Yes.
People can come and play pickleball even if they don't have a membership to the Wellness Center, right?
Yes. Okay. It's open to the public second Tuesday of every month.
All right. And just to recap, in case people are just tuning in, we're visiting with our friends with the Broken Bow Area Rotary. Pints for Polio coming up later in the month.
Yes. So that will be the 22nd. From 4 to 8 at Kincaidor Brewing outside of Broken Bow to the north.
All right. And I know you guys always appreciate Kincaidor kind of working with you on this event.
Oh, absolutely. Our friends out at Kincaidor have been so great to us over the years. Doing the Pints for Polio, they are always just fantastic to work with. I can't talk highly about Kincaidor enough.
Yeah. The Iron Lung, is that going to be out there maybe?
I am not sure. I would imagine it is.
Yeah.
It has been every time so far, but I'm not the one who transports it, so I'm not gonna speak for that.
I got you. Let's see. Anything else that we need to talk about in regards to Rotary that maybe we haven't? Your meetings during the month still happening, and when do those occur?
Those are still happening. We have them on Tuesdays, the second Tuesday. The second Tuesday of the month and the fourth Tuesday of the month. I might be getting that wrong. because I'm not looking at it right now. But
sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot.
No, you're perfectly fine. Tuesdays, and we meet at noon up at the medical center in their boardroom. Or we've been going around town. We've already hit a couple really nice places. We've been out to the Sandhills Greeting Center, and we've been down to the Chamber of Commerce. So it's been really cool getting to go around the community with our meetings now and do something that's a little bit more after hours. But yeah, that's on Tuesdays.
All right. Sounds good. Anything else? Did we kind of touch on the major things this morning?
Same thing I always say. So if you see a Rotarian walking around town, you always want to know what Rotary's all about. Stop us and ask the question, because we love talking to you.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for coming in.
Absolutely.
Broken Bow Area Rotary, our guest on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Whether you love them or can't stand them, surprises are a part of life. Hi, I'm Janet Lawhorn.
And I'm Tim McCaslin.
Your local Edward Jones financial advisors, and we can help you get ready for whatever life throws at you, even the welcome surprises. As your needs change, we can change what you need to do to help you end up where you want to be. And while there is never a good time to experience unexpected costs, we can work together to help you make them feel a little less unexpected. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to get started today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Start your career in broadcasting. Jobs in advertising, sales, news, sports, digital content, and more are available at the Nebraska Broadcasters Virtual Job Fair, happening now at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. See the kinds of jobs available as well as specific positions here at KCNI KBBN. You can apply for jobs online. It's on now. Brought to you by KCNI KBBN at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. KCNI KBBN is an equal opportunity employer.
If you haven't discovered the dedication C&M Auto shows their customers yet, give them a shot to show you what auto service is supposed to look like. What is that, you ask? Well, bills that actually show what you're paying for, not shying away from a fix that is hard to identify until it's absolutely right, and competitive labor rates. Exciting news, they're moving to Broken Bow. You'll find them at 550 South 19th Avenue. Just turn south by the West Dollar General Store to find C&M Auto.
Attention Medicare recipients. The Medicare annual enrollment period is here from October 15th to December 7th. Plus, healthcare open enrollment starts November 1st. If you're turning 65 and need to prepare for Medicare, or are over 65 and are curious about changes that might impact your coverage, now is the time to review your options. For expert advice and personalized help, contact Carrie Hurlbert. She'll help you navigate the changes and find the right plan for you. Call today to schedule your appointment at 308-202-0076. Don't wait. Reach out to Carrie Hurlbert at 202-0076 to get scheduled.
Every weekend in October, acres and acres of pure fear await you in Neenaka Woods. Savage Jack's Trail of Terror and the demons of the underworld corn maze. Plus Monster Eats, the Hellfire Jack-o'-lanterns, axe throwing, and so much more. Neenaka Woods in Gibbon, open every weekend in October. Discount coupons at Pump and Pantry. Get your tickets now at NeenakaWoods.com. What waits in the woods?
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
No, it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
20 minutes past the hour of 8. Good to have you with us here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Well, coming up in, just a couple of minutes, we're going to take you live to Lions Appliance here in Broken Bow. Got a special remote broadcast for you this morning, and we're going to do Facebook Live, too, so you can take a look at all of the wonderful things they have to offer you at Lions Appliance. That's coming up. Jeremy and Christy are getting ready for that as they continue to prepare. We'll give a quick shout out to these sponsors who make the video stream possible of the breakfast show each and every morning in the studio. We say thanks to Central Nebraska Warehouse and Storage, Colligan, Ferreter Auto Parts, the Garden Center and Prairie Patio Furniture, Hunter's Towing, Ideal Realty, Quality Senior Villages, Ross Electric and Hair Teak, Runza in Broken Bow, V-Bar Trailer Sales, and Custer County Foundation. We'll take a 90-second timeout, then we'll send it over to Jeremy at Lions Appliance. It's coming up on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Prepare your lawn for the long winter by applying Winterizer Fertilizer from Arrow Seed now. Winterizer Fertilizer promotes rejuvenation and recovery from summer stress and builds a strong, healthy plant for better winter survival. Choose from the 16-pound bag that covers 5,000 square feet or the 50-pound professional-grade controlled release formula that covers 15,000 square feet. By applying these highly effective winterizer fertilizer formulas now, you are giving your lawn a healthy head start when spring arrives. Stop in to Arrow Seed in Broken Bow for your winter fertilizer today.
The World Wide Web is more than 40 years old. In those 40 years, it has grown while the devices we access it on have shrunk to fit in our pocket. At Nebraska State Bank, we know that brings both opportunity and challenges to our customers. That's why we're here to help. Check out our convenient online and mobile banking options at nesb.bank or visit one of our locations in Broken Bow, Callaway, or Myrna for help getting started. Easy to use and, most importantly, a secure way to manage your money. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
Aero Aviation is happy to have served the area since 1971, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Their aircraft is equipped with the latest in GPS guidance and flow control technology, and they're always searching for the next big thing in aviation. Contact Casey and Melissa Williams at 872-5113 and talk to them about your fall pasture spraying. That's Aero Aviation, proud to serve Custer County and surrounding areas.
All right, as we continue on the breakfast show, we're going to take you live now to Lines Appliance in Broken Bow, and here's Jeremy Scheib.
Hospital. All right, thank you very much, Brent. Yes, we are at Lines Appliance, and we are going to talk all things appliances, of course, and much more. Good to see you, Brent.
Yeah, good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
We're live?
Yes, we are.
Okay. I always like to ask her, like, I know we're live, but I like to ask her and kind of freak her out a little bit. So we're live on Facebook as well. If you want to go to Sand Hills Express and search down this video, the replay of it will be available for you folks as well if you want to check out all that we're talking about this morning. But of course, coming into the store is the best way to check everything out. If you're like me, want to get your hands on things, right? That's you like people opening and closing the doors on the appliances.
Yeah, it's good to come check them out, get your hands on it, feel how nice it is and everything like that. And we've got some new product, which is nice to be able to look at. Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, they're starting to come out with some newer designs, which is kind of nice. But if you want, we can just go straight to it. But yeah. We have the Maytag range. It is super nice. Like they used to have everything. You used to have like a lip on the sides and everything. Now they have a nice smooth finish on it, and you have the griddle feature, which is really nice. They give it a little bit more stainless steel on the top and on the front. So, and it is fingerprint resistant, which is fantastic in my opinion. And then to go along with them, you have these new flush mount range hoods.
Number one question.
Yeah.
Where's the handle?
Well, that is the great thing about it. If you hit the little button right here, it'll kick open for you. So you can kind of see how nice that is. And there is a little pocket handle right there you can grab hold of. But some of these new ones, a really cool feature about these, everybody's kind of got used to, it seems like over the last maybe 5 to 10 years, getting a little countertop air fryer or something like that. These ones have them built in.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so really, really awesome stuff. And like I say, they're a flush mount, so they don't stick out from your cabinets like the old range hoods used to.
Okay.
So,
well, I like that. I like that we've got one of those air fryers sitting on and that's kind of the new big thing, right? Is air fryers, and it used to be the microwave, and now everyone's chucking everything in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Can't beat having it mounted where the microwave space is.
Yep. Now you're getting like 3-in-1 instead of just 2-in-1 or something like that. It used to be just an old range hood, then they had the microwaves, now they got the air fryers in them, which I think is just fantastic. And you're starting to see a lot of our ranges are starting to have the air fry too. Like this one has that feature as well.
Great.
So, pretty neat little upgrades they're starting to provide for us.
Awesome. That's cool. And that's on the Maytag side of things.
Yep. And we do have the same features in a lot of the Whirlpool product. And that's what we're just doing. I know we were talking a little off air about some stuff that they're starting to come out with, but we do have Whirlpool product is kind of giving us some same features. There is some KitchenAid stuff that is really super nice. You really like the inside of those. We can actually look at one right here.
Okay.
It's like this KitchenAid. You start looking at the interiors on these. Really nice.
Lot of nice flashy chrome pieces for sure.
Yeah, they call it their platinum interior. You have some nice little wood accent pieces. It gives it a nice look. And your bins, these aren't no cheap little bins. They're going to be holding up to throwing them on the ground or slapping stuff around with them. They're going to hold up pretty well.
They can't hold up to a toddler that wants to hold on to it and swing from the door.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been here for 6 years and I've never seen us replace any of these KitchenAid door bins. They're pretty fantastic.
Great.
And it seems like somebody always has a good story of how it always got broke. So, and nobody's come up with a good story for the KitchenAid ones yet.
Great.
Yeah.
And variety of colors is always a big thing, because whether you're trying to, a lot of people will get the appliances and then they'll just kind of remodel their kitchen or repaint based on the color of appliance they put in. But a lot of people are going to look for the same color appliance, maybe with just nicer accessories to put in their home the way it is right now.
Yep. It's kind of like, I guess, matching socks, right? You're going to everybody likes to have a nice matching set or a pair. We do have the stainless steel, and 99% of it now is in a fingerprint resistant finish, so it doesn't show any smudges hardly at all. I mean, you could have a real dirty hands to kind of get it covered. And then the darker one, that's the black stainless. We still do get some models in just good old fashioned white or black. We don't have quite the selection that we used to, but you get a lot of selection with the stainless or the black stainless, which is pretty nice.
Remember when I was a kid, you would go to the appliance store and it used to be that the ones that were stainless were the quote-unquote fancy ones.
Oh, yeah.
Now they're kind of almost the standard, and they're a lot more price effective to be able to take one of those homes than they were before.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Pricing-wise, if you were to look at some of that stuff, the stainless is usually going to be your most affordable option, 9 times out of 10. So that's always a nice thing, because they do look pretty darn sharp.
Great.
That's for darn sure.
Okay, and that's on the fridge and kind of kitchen side. So they got air fryers and ranges and microwaves now.
Yep.
All right.
Pretty darn slick.
We're not very far into the day, and I've already learned something new. And I heard Christy go, ooh, when you said that about the air fryer and the microwave.
Yeah.
Now we've got washers and dryers over here. And I know that washers and dryers, after a little while, they might develop, it's kind of like our car, they might develop a new sound.
Yeah.
And you just kind of get used to the sound. But you've got some prices that allow people to not have to deal with those sounds in their washer and dryer anymore.
That's exactly right. Yeah, we're really deep. We've had some great opportunity to get some product in at a great price for our customers. So we've got the whole kind of gamut of, from the very simplest machines to like the very largest and kind of fanciest machines that have the Wi-Fi, right? They have the app that you can download with it. Kind of gives you updates, how the load's doing, if there's any issues with your machine. So we can do a lot, whether it's top load or front load. We've also got like a commercial grade set on the other side there. It's fantastic, super heavy built. And we've also got like your laundry center, which is your dryer that's just already attached to the washer. So we kind of have about any format you really need to have it set up in.
So the new technology in the kitchen is the air fryer and the microwave. Mm-hmm. You mentioned the Wi-Fi when it comes to the washer and dryer. Is that kind of the newest thing when it comes to washer dryers?
Yep, it has been a little bit. You know, you kind of throw a load in. Everybody's so connected, right, anymore. You have your phone or your watch on you, and you're getting updates constantly. What the new Wi-Fi washers and dryers are going to tell you is like, hey, it's kind of a reminder, ding, hey, your load's done. Don't forget about this. You know, this is the load you ran on it. So if you forgot that one shirt that didn't need to be dried or something like that could be washed with everything else, it works pretty darn well.
Yeah, that's great.
Another nice feature we have, we do have one model that is a Pet Pro model.
Oh, okay.
Which is really kind of cool. And that's this one right here. And we will have the new front load versions of it coming out really soon. We should see them hopefully within the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, I'm guessing.
Okay.
But the new Pet Pro models is what it is animal hair is a little different than human hair. So it's actually kind of hollow. And with that, it'll float pretty well. So what they do is they put a cycle on these things, and then they added a nice feature right here where you can remove the agitator and it'll capture that animal hair for you. So if you have dogs or cats at home, works pretty darn fantastic.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And these are a really cool flat black color.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, they've been kind of popular. People really seem to gravitate towards them. They like that look. And then the dryer, it has the same thing. It has like a tumble setting for that pet feature. So you always notice you have a little bit of hair and fuzz and everything shows up in that lint screen. It's going to capture more hair with that Pet Pro option on it.
Great. And tub sizes is always a big thing as well when it comes to the amount of laundry that a home is doing. You got a good variety of those too.
Oh yeah, it can definitely vary quite a bit. If you have just a single person or a family of 8 or 9, something like that, you know. We have this really big one here on the end, and we have these in this nice gray, or we have them in a white color as well. But that is our largest tub that we offer. It's 5.2 cubic feet. And the nicest thing I like about this model, it has a direct drive motor system. So there's no gearbox, no belt or anything to slip at all. You get real fast spin speeds on this. When you go to pull clothes out of this, it's almost going to feel like they're almost dry already because of that centrifugal force you're going to use.
I think this is the one that you sold to us not that long ago, and you're right about that. It's kind of almost like I feel silly putting the clothes in the dryer sometimes.
And it's really good for your clothes too, because really, you'll notice when you put clothes in your dryer and after it's done, you have all those little fibers, that lint. Well, that's your clothes that are breaking down, your fiber clothes are. So the less time it has to spend in the dryer, the more longevity you're going to have for your clothes.
Definitely. Very cool. All right. Now, we turn this corner. We've got all kinds of different things in this corner. We got everything from bikes to crock pots to thermoses and even some garage storage systems.
Yep, we've got a lot of variety of stuff, probably a lot more than people realize. I need to get some more shelving up, obviously. But we got some humidifiers. We're getting closer to that winter season. You'll see more people are going to probably want some of those at home. We do have little toaster ovens, coffee makers, crock pots. We've even got some of the vacuums. There's a little robot vacuum back here, and then we've got some other ones up front, so we can kind of help you with all those the disposals, all that fun stuff. So lots of different stuff. One thing people who don't know we have, though, is the Gladiator shelving stuff. It's really nice product. What it is, just made to kind of be out in your shops, your garages, something like that. They do offer all these cabinets, workbenches. They have a whole bunch of different attachments. You can kind of see this golf pack thing where you can actually keep your golf clubs and everything like that. And then you notice like that gray stuff along the wall. It's kind of like a good old-fashioned pegboard. It's just channel board, so you can actually hook all this stuff up there and change stuff around if you wanted to move it around as your family grows or anything like that.
Probably a lot nicer than peg. It never fails. The pegs fall out of the pegboard.
Yeah.
And then you got to put them back up there, and you never put them in the same place as before. This stuff's solid.
Oh, yeah. Yep. You can get like 200 pounds on each channel if you wanted. It's pretty solid stuff. They've kind of done a really good job of designing it and making it sure it's going to hold up. And you can notice we even have stuff over there like we hang our TVs up with and everything. So, I mean, you got a lot of options with these things.
Great. Okay. Good amount of shelving in there and everything, too.
Yeah. Yep, and
even a coat rack along the top.
Yeah, and then you notice like all those ones that we have over there, like all of our miscellaneous stuff on, that's the same shelving that this Gladiator stuff is. So you have lots of different options. You can get wire rack versions, solid shelf versions, closed closets. So there are a lot of good options there. They have a very wide variety, and this is just a small sample of what it is that we can do for you on that stuff.
Bring your organization to the garage.
Yeah, it's kind of handy at times.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we keep coming this way. We've got some dishwashers and some ranges over here as well, it looks like.
Yep, pretty much. All of our dishwashers, we got lots of good options there. Probably one of our favorite movers seems to be our Maytag dishwasher. They have a really nice one that has 3 racks in it, which is really cool. And then we also have some really nice, really super quiet KitchenAid models. That one KitchenAid model is one of the quietest ones. It's only like 37 or 39 decibels, which is super quiet. A lot of times, even when we get the Maytag or Whirlpool ones in, people are like, you've been running it for the last couple minutes, I didn't even hear it going off. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be a lot quieter than what your old ones were about 10, 15 years ago.
Right.
We've also got a bunch of good TVs. I'll have more even probably showing up this week. With football going on, it seems that kind of people about every Saturday morning, it seems like I get 1 or 2 people come in, I need a new TV or I need another one. So I'm real happy we can offer that to all of our customers. You don't have to drive an hour away to get something like that too.
And we're kind of getting on that time, you can buy a TV, store it, give it as a gift later on.
Oh man, yeah, prices on TVs. I remember buying my first TV probably about over 15 years ago, and I thought I was crazy because I was in college and think I bought the thing for like probably $800. You can buy it, and that was like a little 32-inch one.
Yeah.
Now for $800, you can get like a 65 or a 75-inch TV that does 10 times more than what those things would have done back in the day. So, yeah, fantastic deals and prices on TVs anymore.
And that's even without talking about the plasma TVs that were the initial big thing. Yeah. I mean, if you were buying a 38-inch plasma TV, you were rolling hot with your money in your pocket, you know, and now with the world of LED, pretty affordable.
Yeah, these base model LEDs, they're amazing. They have really good picture. And then if you wanted to jump up to like an OLED or something like that, it almost feels like something's going to jump off the screen at you. And they have some really, really nice 8K TVs anymore, which there's not a lot of support yet for them, but man, the things that come in 8K they're pretty darn cool, really.
Cool. Awesome. Mm-hmm. Well, we've kind of worked our way around to the far side. We'll kind of let Christy keep scanning with the camera. Again, we're at Lines Appliance, everybody. Come and check out everything here in person. If you want to preview what we're looking at, we're live on Sand Hills Express Facebook. The replay will also be available there as well. Looks like we're going to talk freezers.
Freezers, yep. This is kind of time of year. We're getting closer to deer season and everything like that. We've got a great selection of different sizes of freezers, whether it be chest or upright. So if you're just seeing like a little bit extra, like a little 5 cubic footer, or we have a big 16 cubic foot chest, same thing with the uprights. We've got some really nice ones. I really kind of enjoying these ones. We have these models. They're what they're called convertible models. So this is actually a freezer or a refrigerator.
Oh, wow.
So a lot of times people are like, well, gosh, I just need this one for that little bit of the year, right? If they have a deer and they're getting stuff done, or maybe at the holidays they give a bunch of that stuff away as presents like you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Great chance you'd be like, well, I just need it for those few months. And then after that, I can use it back as a refrigerator. And then they have that overflow if you want to use it, or a nice backup model for whatever you want to use as well.
Cool. So you can convert your garage fridge into a garage freezer for a little bit and put the beer right back in it when you're done.
That's exactly right. And these are all garage ready. There's some models out there that they're just not made to handle that ambient air temperature, below such a degree. But all these ones are made to handle like down to like 10 or even negative 10 degrees, and then all the way up to like 100 or 110 degrees. So they all are going to work really, really well.
And those are all temperatures we see.
Yeah, exactly.
Nebraska, aren't they?
Yeah, when we're picking those out, they're always telling us, like, well, these are the models we have. I'm like, nope, I need the ones that are garage ready, because we see where we're at. We see all those darn temperature swings, and it's kind of good to see that.
Great. Well, we can kind of make our way to the front if you'd like, and we can. Grilling season's a year-round thing anymore.
It is.
You've got some items to keep you warm while you're grilling, and then you got the grills to go with it as well, and then the cooler to sit on the porch with you as well too.
Yep. Yeah, we got a good selection of grills. I don't have one of my pellet grills out here, but we usually sell the Pit Boss stuff. We have the griddles, what Christy's looking at right now. Those have been real popular, it seems like, over the last 5 years. And then we do have my favorite are the Kamado Joe charcoal grills. They do have a pellet grill version too over there, which is really nice. We do keep a gas grill in stock, and that's it's not the simplest thing in the world, but it's a darn nice one, real heavy grates and everything on it. I do got to show Christy one of these, though. These are really one of my favorite products, I think. Everybody's used to those big old heavy coolers that you see with Yeti and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, this is a rugged road cooler, and instead of weighing 40 pounds before you pick it up, it only weighs about 10 to 13.
No way.
Yep. So you might try and pick one of them up.
Wow, okay.
You can do it without not straining your back. And they are just absolutely fantastic. They hold a lot of the cold in there too. Like my brother got married in Montana, and we took a couple coolers out there. Everything was froze for a good 3 days.
So if feeling it reminds me of the foam coolers.
Yeah.
That you would just, when you forget your cooler at home and you go to the grocery store, you're like, and you grab a foam cooler. That's what this reminds me of, but stronger with a coating on it, but it's still thick-walled.
Yep, that armor coating stuff that they do, it's like a foam mold. Basically, that's all it is. When you look at it, you can start telling what it is. But that armor coating they put on it gives it all the structure and integrity that it needs. So you're getting a really, really cool product. And this is the kind of neat thing, too, is the lids. So you can actually take the lids, you can pop them out. The one side is flat and the other side has cup holders. You pop it out and put it back in, and now it's good to go again. You got cup holders.
Cool. And then the arm folds
hard latch.
up and latches. Oh, yeah.
It ain't going to go nowhere. That's the best thing about it. But now you don't have to worry about it being super heavy until you actually fill it up.
Yeah, there you go. Awesome. I like that.
Yeah, and we got them in different sizes. You have like a 45, a 65, and an 85. So they work pretty darn slick.
Another good thing to keep in the back of your mind as a gift idea heading into the holiday season here over the next couple months.
Yeah, we got lots of great stuff like that going on for people. You know, you think it's just appliances. No, we've got some other stuff going on with the grills and all the other accessories that we have for you.
Some vacuums. As we've been walking around, we've seen some tabletop accessories and things like that as well. And you've got all of the kind of accessories to go with the appliances up here on the front shelf too.
Correct. Yep. We also carry some really good detergent that I'm a big fan of. It's a good, really good product. People are usually used to like that Melaleuca and stuff like that. This is the same thing. We've been carrying it for a long time. Matt Line used to carry it before we did. And once Matt showed me what it can do, that's the one thing we've had in our product, our machines at home too. Another thing I do want to make sure our customers know is we're starting to do a lot of our own service work now too. So appliance repair, anything like that needs to be taken care of. If you have some issue, give us a call. We have an in-house service tech now, so we can really accommodate about all your needs at home.
I'd venture to guess you get a lot of those calls already, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be nice to be able to answer it that way now. Be able to help them out.
Yep. Instead of just handing it off to Rich, he's always been our service guy in the past. He's an independent guy, but now we have Mitchell Porter's doing all our service work. He has been for the last, probably just over 6 months now, and he's starting to get a really good feel for it. And he can knock out quite a few in a day. He's getting pretty proficient. So his goal is to always get it done in one try. So he might ask you a lot of questions up front. Mm-hmm. So he kind of knows what to be prepared for. But he does a darn good job, and you're going to see the same great customer service that I think people are used to.
Great. Awesome. Yep. So keep that in mind. Should you have a problem, and, sometimes it's the simplest little thing. You can fix that. And, it's kind of like a car. You get used to driving the car. Mm-hmm. You fall in love with that fridge or that washer or dryer. And if you put $50 into it, there you go.
Yeah, you can definitely save yourself a lot on the back end just by doing that regular stuff where, making a little squealing noise. Great. Probably needs a dryer repair kit, or the ice maker doesn't seem to be working. Well, we can probably help you out and change the filter or do whatever it needs to be done on that.
So. Perfect. Okay. Is there anything we didn't talk about during our tour that we wanted to mention? I know that's a heavy question.
A lot of stuff, yeah. There's a lot of stuff. I think we covered a lot of it. If somebody's curious, just come on in and take a look around.
Okay. Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for the tour. All right. And air fryers are in microwaves now, folks. It's right back there. You see it on the video. That's blowing my mind. It makes sense. Mm-hmm. Honestly, but cool. Come down to Lines Appliance in Broken Bow. Check out everything they've got, folks. If you want to watch the replay of our live video this morning, you could go to Sand Hills Express on Facebook. Otherwise, just come in your hours.
Yeah. We're open at 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday. Saturdays, we're open from 9 a.m. to noon, or even by appointment. If you work a little bit late and need to come in at 7 or 8 o'clock, we'd be happy to meet you. We have no problem.
That's local service right there, folks. Lines Appliance, Broken Bow. Come check them out. With that, we'll send it back to the studios.
All right, Jeremy, thank you. Jeremy, Christy, and Brent from Lines Appliance, thank you all very much. 8:45 is the time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Summer is winding down, and that means we are gearing up for the Medicare annual enrollment period. Hi, this is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. In 2025, there are 3 significant changes to Medicare plans with prescription drug coverage, with notable consumer benefits. Spending less money out of pocket is great, and so is working with a knowledgeable agent who can explain the plan changes. We also assist you in choosing the best coverage option. Stay tuned for more updates and give us a call with any of your Medicare and health questions today. 308-836-2201, serving all of Nebraska with local offices in Callaway, Broken Bow, North Platte, and Albion.
This is John Farley with Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers. And here we understand your land represents a lifetime of hard work and the decision to sell does not come lightly. I'd be happy to provide a free, no-obligation opinion of value to assist in your estate planning. Inventory is very low at the moment, so now may be the best time to get the highest dollar for your lifetime of land stewardship and sweat equity. Whatever your goal is, I'm here to help. Call me, John Farley, or check us out at lashleyland.com.
At Echo Financial in Arnold, they believe that sometimes all you need is someone to help show you the way. It is certainly true with finances and insurance. Whether you're starting in your career or are preparing for the retirement of your dreams, Echo is there to listen, understand, and help guide your financial journey. She invites your questions and offers complimentary consultations for your retirement and legacy planning. Echo Financial offers asset management and financial planning with a heartbeat. Visit echofinancialllc.com or call 308-848-2244 to book your appointment today. Advisory services are offered through Echo Financial LLC, a registered investment advisor in the state of Nebraska. Insurance products and services are offered through Echo Financial and Echo Pelster Insurance LLC affiliated companies.
And we're back in the studio live here on the Get Up and Go breakfast show as we keep rolling along. Scotty Ross is here, Custer County Economic Development. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. How are you?
Good. How was your weekend? Have a good weekend?
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
Love fall in Nebraska. Praying for a rain, but
boy, for sure. Yeah. Has it been fall at all? I mean, I think we're going to be in the 80s again.
I know.
Midweek to latter part of the week here. So
I know. I
crazy.
stopped into Ollie's for a coffee after I dropped my daughter off at school, and I was looking through all of her cute clothes, and I saw a sweater, and I thought, it just doesn't feel like sweater weather yet. I mean, the leaves are falling, but it's like maybe I'll come back for that. So
yeah, there you go. Custer County Economic Development. What are we developing?
So many things. Developing myself this week. I'm getting ready to head to Lincoln for some federal grant administration training. It's a 3-day training at the State Department of Economic Development. You have to be there for all 3 days in order to take the test and be certified as a community development block grant certified administrator. And so I need to get certified to take care of the funds for Custer County. They still hold some funds from back when they applied to bring the BD expansion, and then those funds were cycled into an economic development revolving loan fund, and then they were repurposed into a housing development loan fund, and so we still administrate those funds for the county, and so that's what I'm doing this week.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought up the whole idea of grants. That was actually kind of on my mind when I saw you were coming in today. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to guess that since you've been in this position, you've had people come in and say, hey, I'm thinking of starting this or doing this. Is there a grant available? I'm guessing you get that question a lot. And how,
at least twice a week.
There you go. How do you try to stay up on that to know what is available? And then once you know what's available, then I know there's the application process and everything. But just talk about that a little bit. And I'm sure it's a challenge just trying to keep track of what is available out there.
Yes. Tracking the resources is kind of a full-time job, but we want to make sure that we're aware of everything that is available out there for new business owners or expanding business owners, ways to incentivize, further development or to make it more feasible to grow your business into a new location or whatever that looks like. So, I largely study the state level. The State Department of Economic Development offers grants in a wide range of areas, simply because at the state level there's still regulations, and I always tell people there's no such thing as free money. But at the federal level, this community development block grant, I've already done a lot of studying on this 400-page manual, and I'm reading about all the things you can do with it, and then I get into all of the regulations and red tape tied to it, and I'm like, I don't know. It's almost like it'd be easier to go through some traditional financing options, but you definitely always want to exhaust your resources. So we work with businesses locally. we found out about the Small Business Assistance Act through the Nebraska Extension. We work closely with Sean Caskey, and he's a great resource for keeping us educated on all of the areas that he knows. And then, we go to a lot of the just networking opportunities like the Governor's Economic Development Summit, and we meet with area economic development districts. The Central Nebraska Economic Development District is the one that we're members of, but there's another district, South Central, that puts on, monthly webinars and Zoom meetings. And so it's just kind of a matter of, putting your feelers out there and networking with other people. I'm finding that's a huge part of economic development.
I'm assuming that if you are applying for a grant or you're helping someone apply for one, there's other people around the state or whatever that are doing the very same thing. Mm-hmm. Can you talk about the competition aspect of it? Because I'm sure there is that. A little bit, right? Or wrong?
Especially at the state level, it's a competitive grant cycle. Like the Affordable Housing Trust Fund that we applied to, there was, $300 million, I think, available, for example, and they had, twice that in requests. And so, I kind of shot for the moon on that application, and we weren't awarded our grant. And so, yes, it's competitive, but at the same time, when we're out there networking and we're talking with other development districts, even with the SBAA grants that we're helping these small businesses and startup businesses apply for, we've been put in touch with people in other areas that have already applied to them and had several businesses awarded, and they're like handing us their tools. This is what worked for us. We know it works because we had businesses awarded for it. So yes, it's competitive, but at the same time, it's such a rob and duplicate system around the state for a lot of these, from what I'm learning. And so we're very lucky to have some great resources across the state that are willing to help us, even though it is competitive.
Yeah. I've kind of dominated the conversation here to get us started. What were topics that you maybe wanted to address here this morning?
Well, I'm definitely helping Rick and Donis promote the pie baking contest that's taking place this Thursday out at the barn.
That's this week, isn't it?
So I'm really sad I'm going to miss that. I'll still be in Lincoln, but Mackenzie's going to be there. She's going to be helping cut pieces and keep things flowing and whatever Donis tells her to do. And so we're hoping for a good turnout. We had a huge turnout last year. We also did the ribbon cutting for the sod house last year. But it's a fun time of year to be out there. Everything's still beautiful. And it's a good opportunity for some local people to get out there and get through the barn. And it's free will donation, and you can take some pie home, and there's so much pie. I think they had 100 pies last year. It's crazy.
I remember the first one that they did, and I think whenever you do the first one, you're kind of wondering, what will it be? And it was, I think it's grown in popularity with each and every year that they've done it. So.
And they started making more money when they quit charging per slice and just said, free will donation, take what you want.
Yeah.
And they make more money that way. And the people in this community, I say it over and over again, are so generous and so supportive of that barn, which we really appreciate. But
yeah, for sure. Are you a pie baker?
I'm not.
Yeah.
I probably should be better at it. I inherited more of the bread and cinnamon roll type stuff from my mom. I cannot get my pie crusts to turn out correctly, so I will admit I buy mine. But there's even some neat ones out there that I think it was actually Tammy Hendrickson that'll do crazy designs on the top with her crusts. And I think she even did one that looked like a sod house last year. It was insane. But we're looking for a winner other than strawberry rhubarb this year.
Okay.
Last 2 years,
that's kind of been the popular flavor for the winter, huh?
Hopefully another flavor will step up this year. But
all right, sounds good. And that's you said Thursday, right?
Yes, the 10th.
Okay, the 10th. All right, we'll invite everybody out there to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be good. Mackenzie's still working on, starting on a few more of those SBAA grant applications. She's got 2 of them turned in. Working with some of the other area economic developers to process a few more applications for that. I've got a few business expansion conversations going on here in the area. We've been so busy, so it's great. It makes the days go fast.
Yeah. Your housing development, and you got to forgive me, I always forget the name of the Eagle Crest, right?
Eagle Crest,
yeah.
Yep.
It just amazes me what that area has become. I had to go pick up someone in that area the other day, and I'm driving through there, and I'm just like, wow. All of the houses that have come into this area really is amazing, and I know the Custer County Economic Development's had a big hand in a lot of that. That's got to make you feel good because with what has happened out there, but the amount of people that have filled the houses, that's what it's for, and that's what it's about, right?
It is. And back to the extension, Sean Caskey passed along some data, and the website is the UNL extension, but there's county report cards that basically has combined some great census data that they've collected that shows how many people are moving into your area, how many people are leaving your area, and different things that you've achieved over the last 10 years. But it's fun. It's a fun time for me because, I came on the board, it'll probably be 8 years ago now, and then I've been with EDC for 2 years now, and a lot of the projects that we started, we sat down and wrote a strategic plan and talked about what we felt like our area needed. Now are all coming to fruition kind of as I'm starting to work for the organization. And so it's really fun. And that's something I pointed out, at our annual picnic, where we celebrated even strategic planning that took place just back in 2021. We've already achieved, four of the major things that we said we wanted to achieve by 2025. So it's kind of exciting to be able to sit down and say, okay, let's start a new list. What do we want to do now? Obviously, continue to move forward with our housing projects. And we're so lucky, I say this over and over again, to have local developers that believe in our area and are willing to develop in our area, even though, they could go to Kearney and probably make 30% more if they put the apartment complexes up down there because Kearney needs it too. But we do have great local support from our developers that believe in our area. So that helps.
Yeah, you mentioned the picnic. You mentioned people who invest in the area. I believe you gave out some awards, right? I was looking at the pictures, and as I was looking at those, reading about them, that's what struck me was in economic development, just one person can't do it alone. It takes a team. It takes a whole lot of individuals who believe in the same vision. And you honored a lot of those folks at your picnic celebration, didn't you?
We did. Some individuals. We added a new award this year. We always hand out a wheel horse award, which is like somebody who's driving forward not only, the goals and values of CEDC, but just what's good for the community. And so our wheel horse for this year was Tammy Hendrickson, the Custer County Museum curator, but a laundry list of items that she does other than just that. And you guys wrote up a great article on all of her achievements. And then Brent Forster was our very first youth wheel horse. I am a big advocate for youth and youth engagement. And when I see kids stepping up and volunteering their time where, they don't have a lot of time with all of their activities and busy school schedules. Plus Brent works 2 jobs. So I've always been very impressed by that. And, so we celebrated him and then we handed out a Business Innovator Award to Mead Lumber, just for their renovation. And I watched them run their business for a year. For a while out of a storage container unit that was sitting outside, because they had to move all their inventory out and remodel. And that's not easy. That is not easy at all. So, we celebrated them and gave them a Business Innovator Award, and they've been in this community for a long time. So we just wanted to celebrate that. And then, so let's see, what was the other one we handed out? I'm trying to remember.
I want to say I saw a picture of Ronnie.
Yes, Woodward. Ronnie Woodward.
Did I see that? Yeah.
And that was, Mackenzie and myself and Jamie, we, sat down and started the conversation with and Ronnie and Tammy, both of them, their names came up very first, And Ronnie has been in this community for so long and revitalized that sale bar. I mean, he got it going. He was very successful, and then he'd sell it, and then, it would inevitably kind of dwindle, and he'd rescue it again. And, he's one of the few auctioneers that's been celebrated in our state with national recognition, and so it was really fun to celebrate him. He got a standing ovation, and that was fun. And he'd been in the hospital. He just got out of the hospital and came and accepted that award. We were very honored that he was there. So
yeah, that's great. Let's see, anything else? You got your meeting today? You have a meeting today?
No, you guys always give me a little heart attack
I'm
when
sorry.
you say that.
I'm sorry. Well, here's the deal. Dave and I, all of our days run together.
I know.
We can never remember what day is what. So I didn't know where you stood in the meeting process.
Well, because I'm always at your radio station the day before my meeting. I'm always here the first and third Monday, and so no, the next time I'm here, it will be my meeting date. So Sounds good. I'm out of town all week this week. We've got Mackenzie's going to be holding down the office. She's working on finalizing our membership renewal invoices and planning some childcare meetings that we've got lined up for next week, and we're working on pulling some area advocates together around the table and doing some planning to go forward with addressing our childcare shortage. So, it's going to be a busy couple of weeks here, and then we'll have our meeting. So
sounds good.
Yeah,
always good to have you come in and update everybody on what's going on, and we'll visit with you next time.
Okay, thanks for having me.
Custer County Economic Development, our guest on today's edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
With the arrival of fall and cooler temperatures, it's hard to remember that hydration is just as important as when it's blazing hot outside. Varney Pharmacy can help with Liquid IV Electrolyte Drink Mix and Immune Support Drink Mix. With 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, it contains essential B vitamins and vitamin C, and one option even has zinc. 3 flavors are ready to go home with you from Varney Pharmacy, downtown Broken Bow.
As the calves are being weaned, that means it's time to start fixing up those corrals to bring the cows home. Moline Seed and Fence has posts, pipe, continuous fencing, gates, and all your watering needs in stock and ready to go. As you start planning your fall fencing projects, remember to call your Central Nebraska headquarters for all your fencing supplies. That's Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg, 308-529-0781, or online at molineseedandfence.com.
Happy October from your friends at RTA's Hardware. As the weather continues to cool off, head to Ace Hardware to pick up the RV antifreeze you need. Trust them, you don't want to be too late. And with a price of 2 for $7 on 1-gallon jugs, it's even easier to prevent damage to drains and water lines. It's Fire Prevention Month. Go to Ace Hardware and browse their selection of smoke detectors and fire extinguishers. RTA's Hardware, your locally owned hardware connection in Broken Bow.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Hurricane Milton is now a catastrophic Category 4 storm, powering up with lightning speed as it storms toward Florida's west coast and areas pounded by Hurricane Helene less than 2 weeks ago. CBS meteorologist David Parkinson.
If the landfall occurs north of Tampa Bay, that is at least a 10-foot storm surge into Tampa Bay, could be as high as 15 feet.
Landfall's expected Wednesday. Israel pausing to mark 1 year since Hamas' October 7th attack. Liat, Corinne Unger's cousin, among the 40 people taken hostage. She tells CBS Morning.
He's struggling to breathe. He has asthma. He's not allowed to cough out loud. Unfortunately, they are threatening him with death not to make any noise.
Supreme Court begins a new term today. CBS's Jan
On the
Crawford.
horizon, likely in December, a challenge to state laws banning hormone treatments and puberty blockers for minors with gender dysphoria.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
It's better over here. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has an exclusive rate plan just for you. Right now, get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, you can get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. That's right, a free 5G phone. Experience all this and more on America's largest 5G network. So why wait? At T-Mobile, Customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Just go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 or visit your local store to make the switch.
With AutoPay using debit or bank account plus taxes and fees, 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Free phones up to $300 off with 24 monthly bill credits and qualifying new line for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Contact us before canceling entire account to continue remaining bill credits. Bill credits end if you pay off device early. See details at T-Mobile.com.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
News in the NFL. Jets coach Robert Saleh confirmed quarterback Aaron Rodgers has a low ankle sprain and should be fine to play next Monday night against the Bills. Police in Braintree, Massachusetts say Patriot safety Jabril Peppers was arrested Saturday morning and is expected to be charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, strangulation, and drug possession believed to be cocaine. Peppers did not play on Sunday. He had been dealing with a shoulder injury. Sunday Night Football, the Cowboys edged the Steelers 20-17. Dallas quarterback Dak Prescott had 3 turnovers, but he found Jalen Tolbert for the go-ahead score with 20 seconds to play. Both teams are 3-2. And in baseball, the Padres even their NLDS series against the Dodgers at a game apiece with a 10-1 win in Los Angeles. 6 home runs for the Padres.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. Highs around 76 today under mainly clear skies. Winds out of the south 8 to 15 miles per hour. Lows around 44 tonight. Clear skies. Sunshine expected tomorrow. Highs around 81. Clear skies and dry Wednesday and Thursday with highs in the mid-80s. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Are you concerned dry weather could impact your pasture, rangeland, or forage next year? PRF Insurance from Farm Credit Services of America offers protection against the risk of loss due to lack of precipitation in your grid. You choose the time period, coverage level, and number of acres to insure, and we do the rest. Apply by December 1st to easily lock in your PRF insurance.
Visit the Broken Bow location on West Highway 2 or call 872-2461.
This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Hi, this is Andrew from Pearson Physical Therapy. Did you know we offer dry needling? Have you heard of it? Are you curious if it might be right for you? It often gets compared to acupuncture, but there are definitely many differences. Our goals in therapy are often pain reduction and improved mobility, and that's just what dry needling is all about. Come talk to us, and we can see if it's right for you. 872-5800, or stop by and see us on West Highway 2.
Just like technology and all of this talk about AI, the world of construction and home design is always evolving too. At Ansley Lumber and Supply, they are committed to having the very latest in materials as well as the tools you need to tackle the job. Wanting to get in on the barn-dominium craze? Well, Ansley Lumber and Supply has everything from the plans and framing to the windows, insulation, and shingle material you need. If your project is a little smaller than building a new home, they have what you need for those too. Ansley Lumber and Supply. Visit them on Main Street in Ansley. 9:08 is the time. Good to have you with us back in the studio here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Currently, we've got 42 degrees at our studios with sunny skies. Winds kind of light and variable for the moment. Barometer 30.22 and holding steady. Humidity is 70%. No measurable precipitation yet for the month of October is recorded here at our studios. High yesterday in Broken Bow hit 72, the low 32. Our sunset for this evening, 7:11. Jeremy Scheidt back with us, back from Lions Appliance. Enjoyed your remote. Oh, my goodness. What a lot of neat things that are happening at Lions Appliance. The microwave air fryer is almost a must.
Yeah. Yeah. We have one of those. I know exactly what Brent's talking about.
We have separate ones, but
yeah. And we love our air fryer.
Oh, we do too. We use it all the time.
The microwave still has its place. Air fryer certainly has its place. But to put those two things together, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And we kissed the toaster goodbye a long time ago. The air fryer that we have is also a toaster.
Oh, really?
So I don't remember the last time I put toast down in a toaster.
Huh.
It's got a toast feature, a bake feature, a fry feature, all this stuff. But it blows my mind. We were talking before we went on the air there at Lines Appliance. The technology is changing all the time, and certainly changing in our appliances all the time. I think I do a remote once, maybe twice a year at Lines Appliance each year, and there's always something new and fancy. And they've got it right here in Broken Bow, so go see them.
Absolutely. Let's see. Let's talk about some other things happening with businesses around our area. This is, well, I just say renewal time, but when it comes to insurance, like Medicare insurance and all of that stuff, there's a lot of things happening, and it's kind of confusing to know what I should sign up for, and we've got some people who can help you.
Do you have 20 years of experience in the insurance business?
No, I don't.
I don't either.
Not in the insurance business, no.
You know who does? Teresa Bass.
Hey, there you go.
She's got 20 years of experience, and she wants to put it to work with you. And she's also added Addie Joe Martin, new to the team. Bass Enterprises is at 724 South D Street, across from the post office. Medicare open enrollment starts on the 15th, and it goes through December 7th. So if you need help understanding the differences between all the options, let Teresa assist in picking the best option for you. Health enrollment, by the way, starts November 1st, and they can help you with enrolling through the marketplace and picking the plan with the right provider network. They're certified in the enrollment process to pick and guide you with the best plan and carrier. They also offer health supplemental, like dental, vision, accident, cancer, and disability. They have Medicare with all the major carriers, and life insurance from term to whole, whatever you're looking for at this point in your life. So call and set up a time to view and review, visit and review your plans and options. They can also go directly to your business for enrollment if needed. Call Bass Enterprises at 308-870-1485.
All right. Thinking about somewhere you want to go, grab a nice treat, maybe make a little trip if you're outside the Arnold area. Well, Brewbakers is the place to go. They've got delicious drinks and treats for you to enjoy, and a whole lot of other things, too.
It's a historic destination. If you've never been in that building before, when you go in, just look at the ceiling. I am mesmerized by how cool the ceiling is in there. It's a full barista bar and gift shop. There's something for everyone in there. And each time I pop in to visit and get my favorite drink, and last time I got a blueberry scone. That was amazing. Look around at the shelves. Check out all the different stuff. They're always switching it up. They're open Tuesday to Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturdays from 9 until 3. Tina's favorite is the breakfast burrito.
Oh, yeah. I've had those. Those are good.
I have a hard time. She asked me a lot. She's like, would you like one of our fresh baked goodies? And the blueberry scone was in the spot immediately to my right. And I had my mind on a breakfast burrito. I pivoted away from it and went with the scone, and that was good too.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong, is what I'm saying. Breakfast burritos, bagels, homemade baked items, fresh squeezed lemonade, Consuela handbags, yard decor, pickleball sets, fresh baked goods, home decor. It's all at Brewbakers in Arnold. Stop in, give yourself a chance at a free beverage. They have a customer of the week each week, and greeting cards are in stock for every occasion as well. Few and fewer places to get greeting cards anymore. But as a society, we still give greeting cards. So why are there less places to buy them? I don't know. Go get them at Brewbakers in Arnold.
There you go. Well said. 14 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. It's John Mellencamp's birthday today. He is 73. Brent and Jeremy with you in the studio today. Some more things to talk about. October, of course, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Click Family Healthcare reminds you about that.
Yeah, they're encouraging women over 40 to have annual mammograms. And, of course, I would venture to guess a lot of people get those in October because of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And they've got something special going on and a great option for you to schedule that mammogram. Good Samaritan Hospital and MD Save have partnered with Click Family to offer reduced price 3D mammograms for $149 when purchased in October. Of course, if you're not familiar with Click Family Healthcare, they're basically a cash option healthcare situation for you. A different option other than going with insurance. You pay cash prices for getting your health figured out. You have 6 months to use this voucher. Again, it's $149. Call Click Family Healthcare in Broken Bow or Kearney for assistance. Click Family Healthcare, providing affordable, patient-centered healthcare. Again, $149 for this voucher for a reduced price 3D mammogram. So, and the voucher is good for 6 months. So even if you just had your mammogram like 5 months ago or something like that, you can get this for this great price, hold on to it, and then get your mammogram almost 6 months from now and be covered for that next year. But number one message of breast cancer awareness is getting those mammograms accomplished. And Click Family Healthcare is kind of lining this up right with that to help you do it.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy. Sandhillsexpress.com, the employment page, has some job opportunities that are being posted for you right now. And here's Jeremy with a couple of those.
Yeah, one of them is in Ansley with the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They're looking for a highway maintenance worker. They're at NDOT. They reward their employees' hard work with friendly and supportive work environments that encourage creativity and innovation. They provide training, career development, and advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. So go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. You need to fill out an online state application in order to be considered. They are an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. And again, all of that information is on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com. Also want to tell you about a position available with Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. This is a WIC nurse, either RN or LPN, and it is got some great benefits that go along with it. This is a position in Loop City with health, dental, life, and vision insurance, PTO, an employee assistance program, a 4-day working schedule, 11 paid holidays, opportunities for professional development. You get your birthday off as a paid day, and employer-matched retirement up to 3%. Now, you need to have an active RN or LPN license, a working phone, a valid Nebraska driver's license, and previous nursing experience. You'll be providing assistance to clients at WIC clinics, and you'll also provide education, which can include nutritional information as well as breastfeeding guidance and support. So contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780, extension 105, or you can just go to centralnebraskacap.com, and this position will remain open until filled. And that info, like all the jobs that we read to you here on The Breakfast Show, is available on the employment page of sandhillsexpress.com.
All right. Thanks, Jeremy. We took off a couple of times over the weekend. We got ready to take off on Saturday and looked at the vehicle, and I'm like, yeah, we can't go with the windshield looking like this. I mean, you couldn't even see it. Bug splatter all over the place.
Lots of it.
What in the world? So got out my step stool. I needed that. My step stool. Climbed up and took the glass cleaner. Got it all. I was proud. It took a little elbow grease, but man, it had it looking really nice. Got back later in the day, couldn't even tell I cleaned it off.
No, yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
It is.
Bugs everywhere. Those cars both need a wash. Maybe I'll try to accomplish that today.
Oh, our station cars?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're a bit dusty.
So anyway, if you're like me and you're really getting tired of wiping the bugs off the windshield, here's a song for all of us.
starting with the seed, reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us.
Farming comes with trade-offs. An extra pass means dinner in the cab. An early morning becomes a late night. Unnecessary restrictions turn into headaches. But when you make Enlist herbicides the foundation of your herbicide program, the trade-offs will be in your favor. Effective weed control that's ready to work when you are. Flexible tank mix options and neighbor-friendly applications, all without the need to jump through hoops. See what you'll gain with America's most trusted herbicide system protecting your Enlist E3 soybean fields at Enlist.com.
28 past the hour, back here in the studio to kind of wrap things up. And a couple of more things we want to remind you about, tell you about. Kincaid Brewing Company, it's October. Is that Oktoberfest?
It's Oktoberfest.
Well, let me turn your microphone on so everybody can hear you.
It's Oktoberfest time, yes. Yeah. I think they've released their Oktoberfest beer already. I would imagine they had already. I've not been able to get a pint of it yet. Did just see that they released their Snow Beast whiskey and beer as well. But Oktoberfest, it's all about that variety of beer and a variety of fun. Starts at 11 a.m. this Saturday. Exclusive beer, sausages, and delicious pretzels from Beer House My Sheila. Now, that's their location. It kind of has like the German beer influence in Lincoln. You got to have one of those pretzels, folks. I had one of those pretzels and one of their sausages last time I was there. Holy cow, it's good. And then they've got really good music that starts on at noon and goes into the night, featuring Angie Kriz and the Polka Tunes, the Killigans, and them Uke Boys. Can kind of imagine there's going to be a ukulele involved. You're guessing right. There's also lots of fun games to entertain you throughout the day. Hammerschlagen, which involves a competition where you all stand around a large stump with nails in it, and you swing a hammer and test your accuracy against other people. See who can drive the nail in first. Stein's Stamina. Hold that beer stein straight out. See who can do it the longest. I'm telling you, it's harder than you think. Stein Hoist. The beer relay is always entertaining. Cornhole, of course. Keg throwing and more. And then Oktoberfest at Kincaid and Broken Bow again is this Saturday, the 12th, starting at 11 a.m. Go hungry, have a good lunch. They spread everything out. They've got the opportunity for you to get beer inside or outside. It's a really well-ran event. So go and check it out on Saturday.
All right, sounds good. And, of course, when you're there visiting with your friends at Oktoberfest, you want to make sure that you're hearing everything that's being talked about. And if maybe you've been noticing, I just maybe am not hearing like I used to, well, you want to get it checked out, and we've got just the place.
Yes, right here in town, Roxanne with Nebraska Land Hearing Center, 308-384-3852. She's got the experience you're looking for that you don't have to drive down the road to find. It's all right here locally. And she gives local, dependable service with lots of free extended discounts for both new and returning patients for buying local as a thank you to you. So don't travel to Denver or Lincoln or Omaha. Top technology is available right here. Free follow-up care and office visits, state-of-the-art tech, including rechargeable hearing aids, no batteries to worry about replacing. So call to make an appointment, 308-384-3852. They're in the Broken Bow Chamber building. The business name is on the glass window in front, Nebraska Land Hearing Center.
All right, Jeremy, thanks very much. Thank you, folks, for tuning in on a Monday. That's going to wrap it up for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show here today. We'll send you back to regular programming on KCNI Radio and KBBN. Thanks for listening, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Sunshine